hope you had a wonderful, restful, and super fun vacation. We are so glad you're back, and we're also happy to welcome our newest full-time students who are just joining us this semester. These are your announcements for January 6th through the 14th. We have a lot of announcements this week and a special interview at the end of the segment, so please stay tuned for the whole report. Did you miss the school picture day in November? Would you still like to be in the yearbook or purchase a picture package? There is still time and you have two choices. For a professional photo taken by our partners at Dean Stewart Photography, you have until January 21st to schedule an appointment for a makeup photo shoot. You can also choose to purchase a picture package, but you are not required to do so. Please call 321-952-9876 to make your appointment at either the Cocoa or Melbourne studio. This information was also sent out via email from your teachers. Please do not wait too long to make your appointment. If you do not wish to go to the Dean Stewart studio, but you still want to be in the yearbook, we have a solution for that as well. Have a family member take a yearbook style photo portrait format and email it to bvsyearbookstaff@gmail.com. Be sure to include your name and grade level in your email. The deadline for that is also January 21st. We really want all students to be in the yearbook, so don't delay. Get your retake photos scheduled today. Speaking of yearbooks, don't forget to pre-order your copy. They are just $25 and you can place your order by visiting jostens.com and select our school in the upper left corner. We are listed as Brevard Virtual Instruction Program on the site. Seniors, don't forget, it is also time for caps and gowns to be ordered. Refer to the directions provided by your homeroom teacher or guidance counselor to complete this important and exciting step. All seniors who plan to participate in graduation must have a cap and gown. The deadline to order at jostens.com is January 15th, so don't wait too long. If you have any questions or concerns, contact your counselor. Also, seniors, the Infinite Scholars Free Scholarship Fair is January 18th at Rockledge High School. Visit the website www.infantscholar.org for more information and to register. We are very excited to announce our first ever BVS Kindness Challenge. The Kindness Challenge is a school-wide virtual event where you can show kindness to everyone you meet. There are lots of ways for you to participate. The Student Ambassador Group will distribute a checklist of ideas to be kind to one another, and from January 17th to the 21st, you can get involved with this great challenge and start checking items off the list. The handout will be sent to you by your homeroom teacher via email. After you check off any or all of the acts of kindness on the checklist, turn it in, and you may be awarded prizes. Some prizes include BVS bucks, Amazon gift cards, and much more. In addition to the checklist, you can submit photographs of your original artwork created for the Kindness Challenge for our online art gallery, or you can send in a photo of yourself showing kindness to our yearbook staff. Get involved and have fun. The email from your teacher will give you all the details. We also encourage all of our students and families to kick off the Kindness Challenge by participating in the 27th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. On Monday, January 17th, it is a holiday for all students, teachers, and staff as our nation remembers and honors the legacy of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The third Monday in January was chosen because it falls close to his birthday, which is January 15th, and it was made a federal holiday in 1983. In 1995, Congress passed the King Holiday and Service Act, which turned Martin Luther King Jr. Day into a National Day of Service. Dr. King once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" So we encourage you to do something for others by participating in the MLK Day of Service. You can volunteer in your local community, find ways to help others, or support a charitable cause close to your heart. If you are helping others, whatever you decide to do will make a difference. That includes the announcements portions for today, but don't go anywhere. We have a very special feature for you next. One of our Brevard Virtual students, Alicia Barnes, had the opportunity to interview Brevard Virtual School Teacher of the Year, Miss Glessner. Let's see what they had to say.
My name is Alicia Barnes, and I am here with the wonderful Miss Glessner, who was the Teacher of the Year for 2021-2022. How are you today, Miss Glessner?
I'm doing well, Alicia. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So I have some questions for you.
All
My
right.
first question is, how long have you been teaching for?
I've been teaching since 2006. I started teaching there at Rockledge High School back then, and I came over to Brevard Virtual School in 2012. So this is I think my 15th year teaching, which sounds a lot longer than it feels.
So what were some of your biggest challenges this year?
This year, I would say it's the number of students that we have. As you know, during the pandemic, our school has grown a lot last year and this year. And so I've taken on extended day, which means I have more students than a typical student load for a BVS teacher. I've also taken on some new classes. So I'm, still learning some of those things. Like I have guitar for anyone who's interested in learning how to play the guitar at the middle school and high school levels. We have that now. I've even been teaching PE for 8th grade. So it's been learning a lot of new classes and on new content areas. And so it's been really exciting. I don't like to get bored, and this job certainly keeps me on my toes.
And my third question is, what do you enjoy most outside of teaching?
Outside of teaching, well, I do like being at home. I guess that's part of why I'm a virtual teacher. So at home, I just tend to love to curl up with a book. I've been an English teacher and a reading teacher for a lot of my teaching life. And so I still would say my number one go-to for relaxation is reading. But I do love to get outside and just be outdoors. That's the perk of living in Florida, is it's December and it's 80-something degrees and we can do that. So I would say just relaxing, spending time with my daughter. She's 8 and she's a homeschooler and sometimes a virtual schooler. She sometimes takes FLVS classes. So we spend time together a lot and just kind of hang out and enjoy being here at home together.
And then my next question is, what is some advice you would share with someone interested in teaching?
Oh, that's a good one. So, my why for getting into teaching, I came from a non-teaching background. I worked actually in business and insurance and banking before I came to teaching. And it was that I really enjoyed helping people. I actually had a high school intern who needed help with college admissions essays one day at work, and I started helping her to revise and edit her work. And she said, "Why aren't you an English teacher?" And that kind of got stuck in here. And I went, why aren't I an English teacher? And before I knew it, I was looking into alternative certification and learning about the path to becoming a teacher. So I think I would tell people that sometimes it's not a straight road to becoming a teacher, that sometimes you may have other interests or other content areas that you might want to explore first and then come be a teacher. And some people just know in their hearts that they've always wanted to be a teacher. And either way, and either path, and at any time, it's never too late to change your mind and to become a teacher. But I think the biggest thing is, if I were to go back and think about what I would have wanted to learn first as a teacher, it would be learning about growth mindset and exploring that and learning as much about it as you can. Because I think it's the number one way that we're able to help students is when you believe that you can get better through effort, you're more willing to try. I think that's true for any of us, even as adult learners. So I would say if you're interested in becoming a teacher, even before you start taking education classes or like the teaching academy classes that FLVS is going to be having us offer and allowing us to offer, is to start researching learning, start researching how we learn and how we can change our thoughts about learning. Because I think that's what most effective teachers focus on with their students, is making sure they believe that they can learn something new.
And my last question is, what is your favorite educational quote and why?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Because there are so many good ones out there, but one of my favorite ones actually comes from Admiral Grace Hopper. She was someone that was known for being one of the first computer programmers, and she talks about the idea that saying that we should continue to do something just because we've always done it this way is basically like an exercise in futility. I'm paraphrasing, but I think that idea is very, very true in education, especially because of what we do in virtual. Some people don't know what we do here at virtual school, and that's always been a pet peeve of mine. So I love the idea that we have to constantly be evaluating what we're doing and thinking about whether it's working for our students and what we can always be improving on. That we just do something because it's what we've always done isn't effective. I had a teacher in high school who'd been teaching from the same US government notes for, I joke you not, 30 years. 30 years. Stuff has changed in our government in 30 years. And so that idea of being stagnant drives me crazy. So I love that I work in a place where we get to be able to be agents of change. And that quote from Admiral Hopper always reminds me that just because something's the way we've always done it doesn't mean it's the most effective way or what we should continue doing in the future. So being open to change and being flexible, I think is what she was getting at there. And I love that. So that's probably my favorite quote. I will Google it and get you the official quote. Yeah, she says the only phrase she's ever disliked is why we've always done it that way. And she says to always, be ready to change. So that's the idea.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Glessner. I hope you have a good day.
Thanks so much, Alicia. Thank you for taking time out to do the interview, and have a wonderful winter break.
Great interview, Alicia, and congratulations again to Brevard Virtual Schools Teacher of the Year, Ms. Glessner. Have a great first week back from Vacation Eagles. Make this the best semester yet, and don't forget to show kindness to yourself and others during our